Super excited to be back here once again in part 4 of my 12 Days of Christmas special series that I'm bringing to you at the moment here in August. So I'm doing this 12 Days of Christmas special series to get you kickstarted for your brand new Christmas crafting for the year. I know a lot of people say it's way too early in August to be thinking about Christmas crafting, but if you've got a lot of Christmas crafting that you do, if you make handmade cards, if you decorate handmade gifts, this series is definitely a series for you to be watching. So make sure, if this is the first one that you've caught, make sure you go back and you check out all of the other previous videos that I've done and tune in at 5 o'clock every afternoon. I know it's 4:30. I know I'm half an hour early, but I need to get this video done because I've got visitors coming. So I needed to jump on a little bit early. So I thought half an hour early won't hurt. If you get the notification, if you've got notifications turned on, you'll be notified that I've gone live anyway. And I am a little bit early. So hopefully I will get enough people that will jump on and join. Please feel free to share it onto your social media. So if there are people that are friends with you that may like a little bit of crafting, feel free to share onto your social media. I can see I've got a few of you on YouTube. Now, YouTube is always the best platform to watch these live videos on because you'll get the best live stream, quality of live stream possible. So YouTube is always my preferable choice for people to jump on and watch me. So you'll get used to that fact. So please jump on over onto YouTube. Facebook, if it's not playing up for you, they're not by all means, but if it's playing up on Facebook, please jump over to YouTube and sometimes just refresh. And if it's still playing up, you'll find that that's probably due to internet on your end. So hello and welcome. I can see a few of you jumping on. So I'm super excited for this suite this afternoon. As you can see in the heading, the Oh Holy Night suite. Now, I'm going to play around a little bit with this suite, but this suite is a mega suite. I am telling you, it's on page 14 and 15 of our brand new mini catalog. Now, if you haven't signed up to get a mini catalog, if you want a complimentary mini catalog, if you're not already working with a demonstrator or you're not a demonstrator yourself, please feel free to submit. Hang on, and I will actually just grab a link for you and I'll pop it into the comments so that you can actually sign up and get on my postal list for a mini catalog to be sent out, because I would love to send you a mini catalog if you're not already working with a demonstrator. So there you go. I have a comment there that I've just done, and I'll just pop that up on the screen. There is actually the link on the screen, but if you see in the comments, there's a link there for you to sign up for a mini catalog, and I would be more than happy to send one out to you. So I'm super excited. I've got boxes and boxes of mini catalogs here. So I really want them to go out to people that really want to check out some of our awesome products. So now, this Oh Holy Night suite, I'm going to concentrate more on the stars set in this suite. So Stars at Night, because I absolutely love that suite. We had a suite once before that, a bundle once before that was a star bundle, and I absolutely loved it. So I feel like I'm going to have a really, really fun time with this suite as well. Now, I haven't used any of these products, so they haven't been out of the case. They're brand new. So I will be experiencing things with you today, just as much as what you will be experiencing things with me too. So the Stars at Night actually has what they call a hybrid embossing folder. So we might have a go at that today and see what it does. It's got some gorgeous things. So I'm just going to pop you down now onto my desk so you can see some of these awesome brand new products. Now, if you're thinking, why are you showing me these products when they're not available to customers? And they're going to be available to customers on the 6th of September. But by all means, you can actually join my team and you can pop any of these products into a starter kit this month and start your Christmas crafting this month. So as you can see, this paper, so I've got two lots of paper here. We've got a specialty paper, but we've also got the designer series paper. So I'm going to go through that designer series paper first. We've got this gorgeous ribbon. It's just this whole suite is just stunning. So let's do the designer series paper first. So here, for a start, look at those two gorgeous pages. You could do a beautiful scrapbook layout with those two gorgeous pages there on its own, or even a gorgeous framed picture, I think would be absolutely stunning. And then you'll see that it's got a neutral background. Here, once again, I said this reminded me when I was showing it in my catalog unboxing. It reminds me of paint pouring or resin art. I absolutely love the way these gorgeous colors like ebb and flow in amongst each other is stunning. And then on the back, once again, a pattern. So the beauty of this paper is if you physically didn't want to do Christmas crafting, the reverse side you can use for every other type of crafting anyway. So it's not necessarily, so as you can see, it's not necessarily Christmas themed. It's just nice neutral patterns. So I think I'm going to keep that one out because I think I'm going to do something with that. And look at this. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning, don't you think? Gorgeous. And then that. And then we've got this. Like, honestly, it's just a beautiful scene with gorgeous stars at night. Absolutely stunning. So that there. And some more stars. So I think we're going to have a really, really fun time with this suite. So that is, I didn't show you the back of that other star one. There you go. That is the gorgeous, what do they call it? Oh Holy Night designer series paper, of course, because it's the Oh Holy Suite. So I'm just going to pop that on top. Then, of course, we've got this gorgeous paper as well. So these are specialty papers. So you get one of each pattern, I think it is, in the blue. So you can see there we've got the blue, and then you get one of each pattern in the gold as well. So I wanted to play around first of all and do a really fun, so you can see there, a really fun thing with these specialty papers with a punch. So if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of supplies, punches, like if you don't have a cut and emboss machine, punches are a great way of creating some gorgeous creations. So what I wanted to do, I'm just going to play around. I'm going to punch. These are the punches that I did in the inked and tiled bundle. So that was one of my free classes, not this week just gone, but the week before, the inked and tiled bundle. And these are the two punches that go with it. So as you can see, we've got some different patterns there. I'm going to use this pattern here because I think it's really, really cute. So I'm just going to punch a few of these patterns out with the punch. So I'm just going to punch two of that one, two of this one. I don't know out of these which ones I'm going to use, but I'm just going to play around and show you how you can do a really quick, easy card just using some punched pieces. So I'm going to do that one as well. So I'm just punching two of them because, as I said, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use at the moment. I'm going to punch this one. Okay, so the gorgeous Very Vanilla. And I'm going to do one of that, and I'm going to do one of that. Okay, so we've got some gorgeous patterns here by just punching out some of that gorgeous specialty paper. Whoops. So as you know, I used up all of my Night of Navy cardstock, so I can't use Night of Navy cardstock. So I might have to use Starry Sky, which is a great alternative if you haven't got Night of Navy. But okay, so I think I'm going to do a Very Vanilla base. So I've got my thick Very Vanilla. I'm going to fold that in half. Okay, so I'm actually going to use, I think I'm going to, as I said, because I don't have any Night of Navy left, although, oh, do I have, I may be lucky enough that I have a piece over here. I might have a layer already cut in Night of Navy if I'm lucky, although I doubt it. Am I lucky enough? Is that Night of Navy? No, I've got Starry Sky, so we might have to use Starry Sky because I have no. Oh no, I have no. Was that a Night of? Oh, I got Night of Navy! Yay! 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 So glad. Okay, so this is the only Night of Navy piece I'm going to be able to use. So I've got a Night of Navy layer. Then I'm actually going to do a very vanilla layer. So just hang on and I grab. Do I have a very vanilla layer in there? I know I keep saying, do I have something in there? I have layers already cut, ready to go. And I do have a very vanilla layer there. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to take a very vanilla layer for the inside. I'm just going to cut that very vanilla layer down so that I can see some of that gorgeous Night of Navy in behind. So I'm just going to cut it down 1/8 of an inch just to get a little border that we can see of that Night of Navy in behind, just to give it a real... Okay, can you see that? So just to give it just that real fine layer. So it keeps the card looking very, like quite a lot of very vanilla, but just having that that little slither of Night of Navy in behind just really sets it off. Okay, so I used this gorgeous embossing folder yesterday in my video, and I want to use it again today. So it is called the Distressed Tile. Oh, I keep bumping everything. It's called the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. So I've got my base plate number 1. I'm going to emboss that very vanilla layer. Just get a bit of texture happening. That's okay, Jackie. It doesn't matter that you're late. I've only just started. I'm early, so that's probably why you're thinking, oh, I'm late, but I'm actually early. I popped on a bit early. I popped on half an hour earlier than what I said I was going to. So I'm running that through. It's a 3D embossing folder. So I've got my number 4 plate and my number 1 plate with my embossing folder. And this is absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. Okay. So it's a lovely embossing folder. I think it's an embossing folder that I will use quite a lot, I think, with my crafting. Okay. And so it is called, what did I say? It's called Distressed Tile 3D Embossing Folder. Item code number. So if you're thinking about joining and you want to know what the item code number is, item code number 162189. So if you're creating a list of things that you want to pop into a starter kit, I will try and help you out with as much numbers as I possibly can. So we've got that happening there. So then what I want to do is I want to get a little bit of ink on that to show up that distressed tile look so that you can get to see quite a lot of how that looks, because very hard probably on camera to actually see the full extent of that embossing folder. So if I use my Night of Navy ink on my very vanilla, and I'm just going to lightly go over that embossing folder just to really bring out exactly where that distressed look is. Okay, so I'm not pressing down real hard. I just wanted to get that type of look. Now, can you see that? Isn't it lovely? Like, honestly, it is honestly a really, really pretty embossing folder. Okay, so we've got that. Now, what I thought I would do is I'm going to layer those up because that's all I really have to do for that bit. So let's pop a bit of, and you can do this embossing folder both ways too. So you could have the underside and get a totally different look again, which I think is really, really pretty. It is lovely, isn't it, Jackie? Yep, I agree. Okay. All right, so we're going to do that. I need to put my big block that's still, oh no, I've got a big one in here. My big block here so that will glue down. Okay, so I like to sit a big block on while that's gluing down. So then I'm going to try and work out a little bit of a pattern with these, because I want to alternate with some different patterns. But as you can see, these patterns can interlock with each other a little bit. So I sort of want to do that. I want to do maybe that. Maybe one down through here. And maybe another one. Although, I'm sorry, I'm winging it here. I think I had an idea. So I just want to randomly place them around. Even if we do like a... No, I need another vanilla. No, I need them all blue and then just a few very vanilla ones in amongst them. Okay, maybe that. Maybe that. Maybe another one up there. And maybe one just coming off there, and maybe another gold one down there. Ooh, and maybe a vanilla one up through there. Okay, so can you see I've just created a really, really cute pattern just with those die cuts. So, sorry, with those punch bits. So all I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to glue those down onto the card front, and then I'm going to trim them off, the bits that need to be trimmed off. So I'm going to pick that one up first. Just going to add a little bit of Seal Plus on behind and glue it down. Now you could, even with these, you could pop some up. You could lay some down. So I could even, if I wanted to, I could maybe lay all the very vanilla ones down, and we'll pop up the blue ones. So let's try that. Okay, so I need a new pack of dimensionals. Oh, I don't have any in here. Okay. Bear with me one tick while I go and get some more dimensionals. I have loads of dimensionals, but of course they were all out in my craft studio. And I have been super, super busy designing projects for our monthly coffee and card class, projects for my stamp camp that I'm super excited about. So Kayla McCauley and myself are doing a stamp camp, and we're going to be doing that every month. So I've been busy just designing lots of things. So I've had a very crafty day today, which has been good. And as you may have seen, I have actually teamed up with my friend Rose Ward once again, and we are actually going to bring you a craft party celebrating all of these awesome products. So our craft party will be on my 24th of September and Rose's 23rd of September. I think that's how it works. So we're going to be on the same day. We're going to have a craft party that you can participate in, and we are going to have 6 live videos. We're going to have games and giveaways, and we're going to have ordering specials. It's going to be a super, super fun day, and we are going to showcase as many things out of the new mini catalog as we possibly can for you. So if you're interested in signing up for that, you get a goodie bag to the value of, let me think of what it is. It's about $65, I think the goodie bag is in total, about $65 worth. So you get product, honestly, you get product to the value just about of your fee. and we will send that directly out from Stampin' Up to you, and it's brand new product. So the goodie bag is awesome. I mean, that plus all the inspiration is honestly the best part about it all. Jackie Rose is going okay, as good as can be expected. It's a bit of a hard time for her in her life. So for anyone that doesn't know, Rose lost Reggie, her dear husband, only about 4 months ago, actually. So it hasn't been long, and it's very hard. But I spoke to her. I video chatted with her for quite a while today. So in amongst all of my designing, I also video chatted with Rose, and we had a lovely chat, which has been really, really good. And we decided that we would get together and do our craft party. Our craft party for the January mini catalog was really, really awesome. Like, so many people, so many of you that follow us really supported us with that, and it was such a fun event. So so we've decided to get together again and do an awesome craft party again. So I don't have it in the description of this video, but I have posted it on my Facebook page. If you are on my email list, you will get an email with all of the details. If you are not on my email list, then by all means, you can see in the description of this video and in the down show more box down below on YouTube, you can see where you can join my email list. So by all means, jump onto my email list, because anything that I do, any registrations, anything that I do, you can actually get access to that by jumping onto my email list. So as you can see there, we've got a really fun, cute pattern. So now what I want to do is I want to just do a really, really pretty sentiment, like an easy sentiment label. So I thought I'll just, out of the stars of night, I'll use the Merry Christmas. So let's grab that, which is there. Okay, so it's a brand new stamp set. So because it's a brand new stamp set, what do we have to do with the stamp before we actually stamp? What's my technique called? Who can type it into the comments? Who knows what my technique is called when you've got a brand new photopolymer stamp? Okay, I need a bit of Very Vanilla to go on the front. Yes, it is a very hard journey. Definitely so. All right, the smooshing technique. Sorry, I'm probably jumping ahead of you all here. But my smooshing technique is you ink it up with your ink. There you go, Deborah's got it. And you put it on your paper and you smoosh it backwards and forwards, okay? So that smooshing technique is really, really important to make sure that you have no residue on your stamp that would make your ink repel. So I'm just going to do that. And now I'm going to try and work out a punch that I can use that will fit that just nicely. Will this one fit? This is our Label Me Fancy punch. I think it will. Just look at that. We can just fit that in there. Okay, so that's the Label Me Fancy punch. Now that's available right now for us. And then I feel like I do have a bit of Night of Navy here. Let's see if we can punch a little bit of Night of Navy out of one of those. That's that leftover bit that I said I had. So let's punch out one of those. And what I'm going to do with that label is I'm going to create a label to give us a little bit of a shadow. And I think I want it just both. No, I want it this. No, I think I want it that way. Okay, I'm going to go that way. I want it both ends. So I'm going to pop it on both ends. Now, this is a trick that you can do with any punch. Just by separating it and spreading the one at the back, you can create a little bit of a shadow in behind the already punched piece. So you can line it up. Whoops, got the shakes. Line it up and create that little bit of a shadow in behind. And because it's the same shape, see, we can line it up and we don't have to worry about where that gap is, because we can't see the gap because it's all in behind. Okay, so then we'll make our sentiment stand out. Okay, I think I'm probably going to pop it down there. And I'm going to use the gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. I've been dying to use this ribbon. So I'm going to use this beautiful sparkle, what is it called? Glittered ribbon. So it's Night of Navy and Gold glittered ribbon. Absolutely stunning. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little like that in behind my sentiment layer. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of Seal Plus. I'm then going to pop my ribbon into the Seal Plus. Now, what I'm doing here, can you see I'm scrunching up that top bit because I want the sparkle to be upright on both sides. Well, on one side, it's not as, see, you look through it. It's not as sparkly on that side as what it is on that side. So I want it to sit with the sparkles going the same direction. So all I've done is scrunched up that top section, and then I'm going to pop my sentiment label into it, and it's going to glue into that Seal Plus on the back, but we've got it sitting the right way up to make sure that we have the glitters going the same way. So then I'm going to trim off the ends, one that way and one that way. And we're going to pop that on there like that, which looks fantastic. So let's pop that up onto some dimensionals as well. So I'm mixing a little bit of the new product with some product that we already have existing. Now, just remember, today is the last day to earn that free card kit from Monday's free class. And they were the beautiful Magical Meadow cards that I created. I've got them here on my desk, so I'll bring them back in. So if you missed that Monday class, if you're new to my channel and you missed the Monday class, do the glitters come off easily? No? Oh, there is one on my finger, but not really. So not really, Anika, no. All right, so we have that ready to go, and we'll pop that just there like that. Then, of course, we will glue that onto our card front, and I think I'm just going to use liquid glue for that. There is a few little sparkles, so yes, it does probably come off a bit, but nothing major. It's not huge, put it that way. Okay, so we have that one there like that. And then I think what I want to do is I want to stamp the insert. So we have the insert here. I'm going to stamp, what's that say? Wishing you the best and brightest holiday season. Ooh, that sounds pretty cute. Let's do that one. Okay, so that. Once again, we're going to have to do that smooshing technique because I haven't used this stamp yet. So let's smoosh it up. Now, I'm going to do a bit of a smoosh there. Okay, let's see if that's going to stamp nice, which yes, it does. And I think my Night of Navy really needs to be re-inked, but anyway. Okay, so best and brightest holiday season. Like that. And then there's this gorgeous stamp here, which this is what I love about star stamps. So I'm going to mount that one up, and I'm going to grab out, because it's got gold with this, I'm going to grab out my crumb cake. So, you know, I've always talked about if you don't want to physically get out and do heat embossing, that sometimes using crumb cake for gold and using smoky slate for silver, you can actually get away with it, and it can look like you've done a little bit of heat embossing. Now, I haven't smooshed that, so I better smoosh it because I haven't done that yet. So let's do that. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's go just there like that. Oh, beautiful. Now, don't you just love that? Look at that. Isn't that stunning? I love stars. Love, love, love stars. I love stars. I love glitter. So this has got everything I need this sweet. It really has. All right, so let's add that to the inside of the card. And wait, yet there's more. Okay, so we'll add that to the inside. Like so. Stunning. And then we have these. What better but some little star blings. So let's grab that out. Okay, so we've got two different sizes of these blings. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my take the pick tool. And I think I'm going to grab one of the big ones. You know what? I think I'm just going to grab one of the big ones and just pop it right there. What do you think? I think that's all it needs. There's so much happening on their front that I think just that there. What do you think? So these are called the adhesive backed star trinkets, number 162010. Now the stamp set, which I have used, is the Stars at Night. It is 162000. And then we've got the hybrid embossing folder, which is number 162006. So we've got the hybrid embossing folder and we've also got the gorgeous die. So let's make a card now using some of this. Okay, so let's pop those aside. So hopefully you enjoyed that card. And as I said, it doesn't have to be too over the top. The single star is pretty. Yeah, I think we didn't really need to do too much over the top. All right, so we are going to go very vanilla once again. Because as you know, I don't have any Night of Navy. So we might do very vanilla. And we might do a lovely combination that I like to do. Let me see what I have here. Okay, so let's do Blackberry Bliss. And I'm still going to use the Night of Navy ribbon on this. I think the Night of Navy ribbon will still go okay. If not, we might have to end up using the white sheer. No, I think I'm going to use the Night of Navy. Okay, so we are going to do, do I have a very vanilla layer cut here? Oh, that one might be just the right size. Let me see. It is. Look at that. Just the right size. Okay, so let's use that embossing folder. Now, the way a hybrid embossing folder works, and I mean, I'm going to hopefully get this right, you actually use this die in here, and we're going to get it to settle in. Oh, just like that. There we go. So just like that. Does it settle in there? I've got to make sure I get this right. It has to settle in that way. We have it going the same way up. I'm positive it settles in right there, like that. It does. It settles in right there. Okay. So seeing as it's going to settle in right there, let's pop. Oh, we're not going to get it all, but we could. We're not going to get it all. Let's get those two. Let's do that. We're going to get most of that. Let's see if that's going to work for us. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the Stampin' Up! Emblem up. That die is actually laid on its back. Okay, so with the cutting blade up. So the cutting blade's going to cut up into that top layer. And I'm going to use... I probably should have gave this a bit of a whirl before I got on here. What do you think? But we will see. No time like the present to try this out. And then we're going to run it through. So you can hear those dies cutting into your cardstock, and it doesn't do anything to your embossing folder. It doesn't hurt it. It doesn't do anything to your embossing folder. But you get, okay, you get the embossed stars. Look at them. Ooh, look at them. How cute are they? So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to use that layer that we've just used, and I'm going to adhere it down to this, and then I'm going to sponge some of those. Okay, so let's go. I feel like I really need some ribbon. I might just go the gold trim ribbon, I think, rather than the Night of Navy, because it's going to be too much, the Night of Navy. All right. Sorry, just my thought process happening there. So we have that way. Oh, no, that way. There we go. Okay, so can you see that? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, you don't have to cut these out. Like, if you didn't want to do that, you don't physically have to cut those out. You could actually fly by the seat of my pants, Jackie. I know that's exactly what I'm doing. So you can actually not cut them out and just emboss. Okay, so you don't physically have to use them like that. But I wanted to show how that embossing folder works, because I know everybody's like, how does that work? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a blending brush, and I think if I've got a blending brush that I can use. Oh, it's got pink in it. No, we can't use pink. Can't use pink. I want one that's got crumb cake in it. Oh, that's more like, oh. Anyway, I'm going to do crumb cake. So I'm going to try and get as much as I can out of there. Let's do crumb cake. So I'm going to do a little bit of fine blending with some crumb cake, just to bring out the stars in that. Now be careful, because you've got this die cut. So just to bring out a little bit more of the stars that are on there. Okay, so can you see now that it's brought out those stars a little bit more? All right, so now I'm going to use some liquid glue, and we're just going to glue that straight down onto that Blackberry Bliss layer. Now, because you've got this die cut piece, make sure you put some glue in that middle piece so that it's going to glue down really well for you onto your card base, or sorry, onto your layer. Leslie, this is your favorite bundle in the catalog? Honestly, I was tossing up whether I wanted to use this or whether I wanted to use the Christmas Classic bundle for my retreat. I was torn, and I don't know whether I still am, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blending brush, and I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss and bring out those stars using the Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so that one's going to go, I've got to make sure I've got this right. It's that way. Yeah, that way. Okay, so that way there. Make sure I've got these all right. That way or that way? No, it's that way. Okay, so you can see, because it's got the rounded edges. Okay, so let's do that. Let's close that up. Let's bring out our Blackberry Bliss. Now, this is going to be fairly obvious, this Blackberry Bliss, but it's just going to add that difference to our embossed pieces. And then oh, what do you think? On there's a little bit. And then we'll add them on there, popped up. Okay, like that. All right. Cute as. All right. Now I actually want to screw with them a little bit. And the reason why I want to screw with them a little bit is so that I can see some of that gorgeous Blackberry Bliss. So I'm just going to just turn them so that you can see some of that Blackberry Bliss that's coming through. So I'm going to pop them up on dimensional. So I'll grab my dimensionals and we'll pop them up. So as I said, if you participated in our January craft party, I'm telling you, our September one is going to be just as good. So make sure you jump on and register for that. And I will, if you register and pay, I will send the product out as soon as the 6th of September happens. So you should be able to have your product available when our craft party goes live. And I will be actually doing a little bit of an in-person event. I'm having a stamp camp on the Saturday. I'm just going to use one there. I'm having a stamp camp on the Saturday and I'm doing the craft party on the Sunday. But for anyone that wants to come on the Saturday, by all means, you can come and hang out with me on the Saturday and look at all of the brand new things as well. Okay, so that one I'm just going to pop back a little bit. Just back a little bit so I can see that shadow. This one here I'm going to turn again, but that one there I've just popped it back a little bit off the edge to be able to see that. Cutting the large star in foil would be absolutely gorgeous, yes. And also cutting that large star in, my thoughts are just racing at the moment. But in that gorgeous new foil that we have, the Granny Apple Green and the what's the pink? Berry Burst? Is it Berry Burst? Melon Mambo? Anyway. All right, so I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to hopefully on my craft desk here, I'm going to hopefully find my gold ribbon, which it's right there. So let's pop a little bit of gold ribbon around here. So I'm feeling like I want to actually pop the gold ribbon coming down this way, because you know me, I have to have ribbon, but it can go in under there. Let's pop it down that way. I think that's going to look quite good. So let's grab some Seal Plus and add a little bit of Seal Plus on that bit there and that bit there. And we will pop one end of my ribbon into that way. We're going to pop it in underneath that star. So that was, see, just by putting just one dimensional under that star, it's allowed me to be able to pop that ribbon in underneath. Has my headache gone? Yes, it has. But I tell you what, I didn't have a very good night last night. I went out because I go to bingo every Thursday night, and my friend came and picked me up, and my headache was starting to relax, like while I was crafting with you all yesterday. But then as soon as I got off and I started getting ready to go out, it came back pretty full on. So a few more painkillers, a bit more magnesium gel on the neck, and they were all commenting that I was quiet when I was out. And I'm like, I've got a headache. Like, I physically probably should have stayed at home. But anyway, when I got home, I took the combination of Nurofen and Panadol together and put some more magnesium gel on my neck when I got home and went to bed. And I think that's what I needed, was just to go to bed. I think I was just maybe overtired. And I did through the night, not last night, the night before, I rolled over and my neck clunked. I'd been to the chiropractor on Tuesday this week. And as I rolled over in my bed, it sort of went clunk. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And I sort of had that dull headache from that time on. So it's probably to do with my neck. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there like that, which this is looking quite pretty, don't you think? Yes, melon mumba and granny apple green. Deborah's saying, yeah, I think it would be quite nice. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to, you know me, we have to, I want to do an insert first. Let me see if I've got a very vanilla for the insert. Oh, I haven't quite got it the right size, but you know what? We might use just a smaller one for the insert, just for the sake of this video, so I don't have to muck around and cut some more. Oh, where did I just see them? There. So I'm just going to not muck around. Although, I know what I could do. I could do that, and I could do that, and that would make the insert look okay. Yes, yes, yes. See, I can do that inside, and that will make the insert the right size. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to use some of these stamps because they're so pretty. All right, so let's see what we have in here. So I think I want to do a combination. Oh, all those stars are just so, so pretty. Well, I can't use that one because that one's too long. I was going to say I can't use that sentiment. Oh, because it's too long. It goes off the page. You'd have to use that in an orientation that way, and my stars are going the wrong way, so I can't do that. All right, so we're going to have to do the same sentiment that we did before. So let's clean that off. And see, that was the other reason why I was sort of a bit dubious about doing this stamp set for retreat, because there's three main sentiments, and that's it. And so for retreat, I like to be able to have like a combination of a lot of things. So, yeah, I looked at it. I love it. I physically love it. And I think for your own crafting, I think you will absolutely love it as well. I was just looking for my Blackberry Bliss ink, and I had it down here on my below my desk. Does that make sense? I have a desk that sits underneath my benches. So let's just do that again. Ooh. My Blackberry Bliss really needs re-inking. But anyway, we will just go with that at the moment. All right, so now I want to use those star stamps for a bit of a border down the side. So let's grab another bit of scrap paper. Yeah, I'm sort of like Leslie saying that you were giving, that's a medication. 75 isn't old. It's not old at all. You're only as old as you feel. We all say that. We're only as old as we feel. All right, so I'm going to do some of those gorgeous stars down the side. I've got this star stamp, but there's more. There's more. So we have that one, but there's another one I just seen in here. Look at this cute little one. That's a cute little one. So let's do that. Ooh, could we maybe do some? Let me see what that looks like on a bit of paper first. I've got an idea here that we do some Blackberry Bliss stars in amongst. Oh, yes, we can. Yes, okay, I like that. All right, so let's do these down here like this. And then we'll do some of these Blackberry Bliss in amongst them. Oh, pretty. I need some more up there. Look at that. How super cute is that? Don't you just love stars? Like, honestly, gorgeous. All right. Hello, Beryl. Thank you for joining. All right, so let's add that onto that I probably could have, even that front part, I probably could have stamped some stars in Blackberry Bliss on the front as well. So we've got that, and then we're going to pop that on the inside. And I feel like I want to make an envelope for this. This is looking so pretty. I feel like I want to make an envelope. So look at that. Very late, after 3 a.m. Really? You should be in bed. You should be sleeping. It's only 5:20 p.m. for me here. All right, so I'm going to add some little stars onto an envelope because we can. So let's grab our crumb cake again. All right, so I'm just going to pop some there. And you know what? Just to add a little bit of, we can go a little bit further with it. So let's do that on the back as well. Look at that. And then you have that happening, but we need stars on the front. Sorry, I need some embellishments on the front. Where did my little stars go? Where did I put them? There they are. Okay, so of course we need a big gold star happening in the middle of that big star. So let's do that. This is just going to finish it off. And we can even do another one in the middle of that one there. Oh, let's do it that way. And one here. And another little one up the top. Okay. We need a bow because we all need a bow. Oh, have a lovely dinner, Deborah. Thank you for joining. Well, lucky I did pop on early for you. Okay, so we have a cute bow that we're going to pop on the front there. Okay. And I feel like I want to do the Merry Christmas. So let's clean that off. Although, you know what we could do? Let's try this. I have a feeling I know what to do. Let's go. I've got some very vanilla little thin strips here. Well, I think I do. Okay, let's do this big long one. So this is something that you can do with these long strips. Long sentiments. Let's do the long one, and we can trim it. We can trim it and put more than one on here. So let's do that. Let's grab that long sentiment stamp. That says celebrating the magic of the season. So let's pop that onto a block. Now, does it fit on one of these? We're going to do it at an angle, so it will fit on one of those. Okay, so now I've got to try and stamp this straight. So I'm going to do it in, I want to do it in Blackberry Bliss, but my Blackberry Bliss is not really that good. I wonder just bear with me. I'm going to see if my Blackberry Bliss out in my craft, in my studio is better. I think they're all a bit average because it's one of my favorite colors, but we'll try this one. We'll see if that one's any better. Okay, so let's ink that up. And I need to smoosh it because I haven't done that yet. So let's smoosh it so we get a really good stamped image. Yeah, it's very wishy-washy. Do I have some Blackberry Bliss up here that I can... Oh, look at that. Let's re-ink it. Because we can. So a lot of people ask me, how do you re-ink? So all I'm going to do is add some bubbles. And you can see there that it definitely needed re-inking. Look at them just soaking in. My Blackberry Bliss ink gets a lot of work. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that one lot of bubbles like that. I'm then going to grab... Now, every time I want to find my old dirty bone folder, I can never find it. Oh, that's a clean one. Oh, here it is. Here's my dirty one. I was going to say, every time I'm trying to find the clean one, I find the dirty one. Then I'm just going to massage it in. Okay. So massage it in with a bone folder or a spoon, whatever you want to use. Then use something to wipe off your bone folder. Okay, so now I've got a stained bone folder, so don't use your good one. All right. And then let's try it again. Let's see if that makes a difference. It should. Okay, so now I've got to hold my tongue right so I get this on this cream bit of cardstock nice and level and straight. Oh, look at that. Not bad. A little bit crooked, but not bad. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here, here, and here. Now, I'm going to trim those off a little bit as well, trim them down, because I did stamp it down a little bit too far on there. Like, I've got a fair bit of very vanilla. My cat has just got up on my chair, so I can't sit down because I'm going to sit on the cat. Okay, so let's do that one. Can you believe I'm fussy cutting sentiments? And that one. But this is a great way of having one of those long sentiments. Instead of saying I can't use it because it's too long, you can just cut it up, which is really good. So now, to make it easy for that, I'm just going to use my foam strips that we use for shaker cards. So our foam strips, and I'm just going to pop some foam strips on behind, and that will be easy to pop them up. Okay, so we have that one. This one. Yes. Anika's saying, of course your cat jumped up. It's nice and warm and soft. I know. He's taken over my chair. Okay, so let's go about there on that one. Now I'm just going to arrange these. I'm just going to sit them on here where I think I want to have them. Celebrating. So celebrating the magic there of the season. I probably, you know what, I've put that star in the wrong spot. So let's take that little star off because we can. Let's leave him on my scissors there for the time being. So let's pop the sentiment up in here. A fussy cut sometimes and then fussy cut a border for them regularly. Oh, really? You do it a lot? I don't do it that often. Okay, so we've got oh, I've got my foam strip sticking out the end here. I didn't see that. Let's cut that off. Whoops, there. Okay, celebrating. Now I've got the star stuck on my finger. The magic of the season. I'm going to do that. I'm going to lift that one up. I'm going to put it over there. Even and in the middle there. And then we'll do that one like that. And then, of course, a little star. We can pop our star. Does it still have the sticky on it? Yes. We'll pop our star just in there. What do you think? Two beautiful cards using the stars in at night out of the Oh Holy Suite. We will do something probably maybe, well, I'm not going to go live tomorrow. So this is my last one. And then I'm going to go live again on, you just need to see, Theo. I just want to show you. Who do you think rules the house here? Do you think it's me, or do you think it might be Theodore? What are you doing? I know you're waiting for food, aren't you? So there you go. We can see who's boss in this house, can't we? Hang on, and I sit just on the edge, and he'll probably jump off, because when I sit down here like this, he jumps off. Oh no, he's staying there. So thank you very much for hanging out with me this afternoon, and I hope you loved those two cards that I created using the Stars at Night stamp set. So as I said, any of these products can be purchased in a starter kit right now and enjoy a 20% discount and be a part of my Wild Heart Crafters community, which is really, really awesome to be a part of a crafty community. But if not, these products go on sale on the 6th of September. So you've got a little under a month to wait. But if you want to get a start on your Christmas crafting, then by all means think about choosing $235 worth of product and only paying $169. So it's a great time to join. It's a great time to get into crafting. If you're brand new to crafting, Christmas crafting is honestly the best time of the year to craft, because there are so many ideas and so many things out there that you can create and craft with. So we'll do cards this week, and then next week we might get into things like gift cards, tags, and maybe some packaging ideas. So so stay tuned until Sunday night at 5 p.m. I will be live again with my 12 days of Christmas. So thank you, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all on Sunday night.